This is the most expensive Lamborghini in the game. This is the Aventador SVJ. I quickly put a wrap on it, changed the color of the rims.
I quite like it if you ask me.
Before we go any further, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna have so much like Need for Speed Heat content over the course of the next few months. You know, update 1, we're gonna cover that here in its fullest. So if you haven't already subscribed, do it. Hit the bell so you get the notifications as well. And then maybe one day you can bell me. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and give you a quick tour. It seems like the game's already doing that by itself. It does look pretty nice with the orange rims, doesn't it? I did that. I put the orange rims on. Right, we're going to go ahead and show you what customization parts I put on. So it is currently on bags, and I do have orange underglow on it because I'm a little kid and I just love it. In terms of customization, the only thing you can do is change the trim, which is here, and it just gets rid of the decals basically, which is boring because then it's basically effectively at that point just a normal Aventador. What is the point in getting rid of the trim? It even gets rid of the little side cannons there. That is basically just a normal Aventador. That's completely pointless. You can change the rims, but I'm going to keep it nice and stock looking because that's just my vibe at the moment.
Look how sexy those look. Should we put those on front and rear? Ooh.
And then as far as performance goes, it's literally just maxed out on the stock engine. There is a lot of engines for this car. I'll quickly show you through all of them. So you can put the V8 in, which goes to 1200 horsepower, a V10 in, which goes to 1200 horsepower, another V6, a V10, a V12, and a V8 hybrid. How does this sound? Sounds a bit weak compared to the normal. Anyway, that's what we've done for all of the performance customization. Everything is a race car. It's a race car build, so everything is to the bottom left. This is what the car started at before we had any upgrades on, and this is what it's like now after we've put all the upgrades on. Anyway, that's enough speaky. Let's go ahead and
Oh!
I know every time I do that, bro, internally. Now, I'm actually yet to use any hypercars in this game. I haven't really messed around with any of them, so this is going to be a bit of a new experience. I've messed around with the tuners, I've messed around with the kind of German cars, but I haven't really messed around with any of the Italian hypercars or the German hypercars, so this is completely new. Now, I'm assuming this car is going to be quite understeery. I actually haven't drove it yet. This is the first time I've actually driven it at all. I'm going to just... Yeah, you definitely understeery. Very, very understeery. Look, the AI actually giving me a challenge for once. What game is this? This handles completely differently to anything I've used so far. Like, I'm actually having to take
Racing lines?
Look at this, like, otherwise, the only reason I'm having to take racing lines is because otherwise this is going to understeer into a tree. This is one of the kind of cheapest hypercars in the game at around 380,000. So this is a car that I imagine a lot of people are probably going to pick up. I don't know whether it's actually that competitive. Like, I don't think it's fast, but it's definitely a different experience to most of the cars I've driven in this game. Look at me taking these corners like a pro race car driver. No. Never mind. I really like what they've done with the special editions in this game. It's a nice way to just add more stuff to do, like, in the game. There's more cars to collect. And I guess from their perspective, it's easy to do because you're not making a whole new car. A big supercar focus, though. I do want to see some more tuners. Get me an RX-8 or an Eclipse, please. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh.
If you wanted to T-bone me, all you had to do is ask.
I'm a sexy booch. Do I have to censor booch? Yeah, probably. And across the line. Boom. I don't know if that's a good time. I don't know if it's a bad time. Oh, okay. He just drops there. Let's go ahead and see if this is faster than that R32 then. So this is the car that we played in yesterday's video. If you haven't already watched that, I'll put a card somewhere up there so you can watch it. Really good video. We put a 1,000 horsepower engine into that car. But as you can see, it's pretty fairly matched. That car there is 387. This one's 376. So there's 10 points difference. Realistically, it shouldn't be that far off. I don't think it's going to beat it just because it's not as nimble, but there's no reason why it can't be within, I'd say, about 3 seconds. If it comes within 3 seconds, I'm happy. If this doesn't work, we're just going to make it an off-road car and do some of the off-road races because
I'm a bad booch.
Ready, set. Ooh. Yeah, so off the bat, R32 is a little bit faster. Oh, you know what? Don't be so silly. I reckon if I get a good time. Oh, right, never mind. No, that R32 is way too nimble. Look, it's just gone. just disappeared. Yeah, I'm gonna try to drift around this corner, and it just doesn't work. That's what we've learnt, really, is if you're after something that's nice and nimble on its feet, a big fat Aventador is probably not going to do the job. Don't crash. We got a 117.8. You know what? Like, that isn't that bad. That's within 2 seconds. So, like, considering the car's 10 levels down as well, that's acceptable. Should we make it an off-road car? I feel like I kind of want to make it an off-road car.
What are you doing? What are you doing to my Aventador?
It is a race car! You know what? I've just put all the rally parts on, but it's not even, like, remotely close to being in the top left. We're still probably going to smash it, because the levels are quite low for the opposition racers. But I don't actually think this is going to do particularly well. Right, let's try going off-road then. Nope, that was... It does slow down quite a lot. Oh my lord, what? I broke the game. She looks really uncomfortable. Is it just me? Does she look really uncomfortable? Looks like she doesn't really want to be there. It's alright, he's probably a gamer. Gaming. Let me hit the whoa. Whoa! On the run. Oh my god. Recommended 240. We're at 365. Should be a walk in the park.
I'm walking my dog in the park. Because I'm a cool guy. I've got girls. I've got games to play. Because I'm a gamer.
That actually looks cool. That car actually looks cool. It's weird. That car looks really, really nice. But then they've made the Femme off-road car from Payback the hero car for the off-road section. Even though on the cover of Payback, there is literally an off-road car that one of the main characters drives. It makes no sense. To be honest, I reckon this Aventador, the new off-road icon in the next game, needs to be 2021.
Tokyo Nights.
That AI got so confused then. That is a weird selection of cars. But there's just a C63 with no livery, just sitting quite high. That is a bit weird. Right, well, on the road, this Aventador is clearly going to do very well. It's when it goes off the road where things are going to get probably a little bit glitchy, I imagine. You know what? It is a lot higher in performance upgrades and stuff. It's not actually coping that poorly. I can see all the little kids moaning in the comments, but you know what? I've put 27 hours into this game. Might be 28 now. I've not seen NOS do so little since I've been playing. Honestly, one thing that I have taken from this is the off-roading doesn't feel awful. Could you imagine me saying that of all people? Like the person who made numerous videos saying off-roading is shit in Need for Speed and how it never needs to be here. That was me! Super Vagina, that's what this is. An Aventador Super Vagina. Look at the NOS do absolutely nothing. That is hilarious. I'm genuinely quite pleasantly surprised about how not awful that was. Probably looked quite awful. I feel really, really good. And on that... I've just realised I've turned off the voices. So she's saying something, but we're never going to know what it is. She's probably saying,
I'm a bad... I'm Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican mommy out.
Anyway, that concludes it for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. If there's anything specific you want to see in Heat, make sure to go ahead and leave a comment and I can cover it in the next video. But that's it from me. Make sure to go ahead and hit the bell. A lot of Need for Speed stuff coming in the future. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and peace.